June and Jennifer Gibbons were twins, born in 1963. Their parents, Aubrey and Gloria Gibbons, were immigrants from Barbados seeking a new life in Britain. The family settled in Haverfordwest, Wales. Life was not easy for the Gibbons family, especially for the twins. They were the only black children in their school, facing prejudice and isolation. The girls were inseparable from a young age. They developed their own private language, speaking to each other in a way that no one else could understand. This, coupled with their silence towards others, created a wall of mystery around them. As they grew older, their bond intensified, leading them further away from the outside world. Their silence was a source of much speculation and concern. Some saw it as a sign of developmental issues, while others whispered about a strange and unsettling connection between them. Their parents, teachers, and doctors struggled to understand the girls and their unusual behavior. The twins' silence was not a choice but a response to the world around them. They felt different, misunderstood, and alone. Their bond was their refuge, a place where they felt safe and accepted. But this isolation came at a cost, shaping their lives in ways no one could have predicted. June and Jennifer shared a bond that went beyond the usual connection between twins. They seemed to exist in their own world, a world where only they were privy to the unspoken language and intricate games they shared. This intense connection, while a source of comfort, also became a barrier between them and the outside world. Their private language, a mixture of sped-up English and invented words, was a testament to their unique understanding. It was a language born from their shared experiences, their fears, and their dreams. To others, it was gibberish, but to June and Jennifer, it was a lifeline, a way to communicate their deepest thoughts and emotions without the need for words. Their silence, however, was not absolute. They did communicate with a select few, primarily their younger sister Rosie. Rosie became a conduit to the outside world, translating their needs and desires to their parents and others. Through Rosie, we catch glimpses of the twins' inner world, their creativity, and their longing for connection. This unique dynamic, the silence, the private language, and the reliance on a single intermediary, painted a picture of a complex and unusual relationship. It was a relationship that fascinated and perplexed experts, raising questions about the nature of identity, communication, and the very essence of what it means to be human. The silence of June and Jennifer Gibbons was not simply an absence of sound. It was a presence, a force field that kept the world at bay. It was a shield they wore to protect themselves from a world that they found confusing and often hostile. Their silence was their way of coping with the racism, the bullying, and the sense of isolation they experienced. Some experts believe that their silence was a form of selective mutism, a rare anxiety disorder that makes it difficult for individuals to speak in certain social situations. Others speculate that it was a manifestation of their unique bond, a way of preserving the sanctity of their shared world. Whatever the reason, their silence had a profound impact on their lives, shaping their interactions with others, and ultimately, their fate. Their silence, however, was not a sign of apathy or disinterest. They were keen observers of the world, absorbing information and expressing themselves through writing. They filled countless notebooks with stories, poems, and plays, often exploring dark and fantastical themes. Their writing provided a glimpse into their rich inner lives, revealing a depth of emotion and imagination that belied their outward silence. Their silence was a paradox, a barrier that both separated them from and connected them to the world. It was a source of frustration for those who tried to reach them, but also a testament to their resilience and their ability to create meaning and connection in the face of adversity. As June and Jennifer grew older, their behavior became more erratic and concerning. Their teenage years were marked by acts of rebellion, petty theft, and vandalism. These acts, fueled by a mixture of frustration, boredom, and a desire for attention, brought them into contact with the law. Their unusual behavior and their continued silence only deepened the mystery surrounding them. Their parents, at their wits' end, agreed to send them to separate boarding schools, hoping that this would force them to interact with others and break their isolation. However, this separation proved disastrous. The twins became withdrawn, refusing to speak or eat. They were eventually reunited, but the experience left them deeply traumatized. Their descent into criminal activity was a cry for help, a desperate attempt to break free from the confines of their world. But their actions, instead of bringing them closer to others, only served to isolate them further. Society, ill-equipped to understand or address their unique needs, responded with punishment instead of compassion. Their story highlights the limitations of a system that often fails to recognize and address the needs of individuals who don't fit neatly into predefined categories. June and Jennifer, trapped in a cycle of isolation and despair, became victims of a system that was supposed to protect them. Section 5. Inside the walls of Broadmoor. The turning point in June and Jennifer's lives came when they were arrested for a series of arson attacks. Deemed unfit to stand trial, they were committed to Broadmoor Hospital, a high-security psychiatric facility, in 1981. This marked the beginning of a long and controversial chapter in their lives, one that would raise more questions than answers. Broadmoor, with its imposing walls and history of housing some of Britain's most notorious criminals, was a far cry from the quiet isolation of their shared world. Here, they were subjected to a battery of tests, observations and treatments, all aimed at unlocking the mystery of their silence and their unusual bond. Despite the best efforts of the medical professionals at Broadmoor, June and Jennifer's condition remained largely unchanged. They continued to communicate primarily with each other, their private language a constant reminder of the impenetrable world they shared. Their time in Broadmoor was marked by periods of withdrawal, aggression, and self-harm, a testament to their struggle to cope with an environment that felt both alien and oppressive. The years spent in Broadmoor were a time of intense scrutiny for the twins. Their case attracted the attention of psychologists, psychiatrists, and journalists, all eager to unravel the enigma of the silent twins. Their story, a tragic blend of isolation, mental illness, and societal misunderstanding, became a cautionary tale about the limits of our understanding of the human mind. Section 6. Unraveling the Enigma. The case of June and Jennifer Gibbons presented a unique challenge to the medical community. Their silence, their private language, and their intense bond defied easy categorization. Some experts diagnosed them with autism, while others believed they suffered from a shared psychotic disorder. The debate over their diagnosis highlighted the limitations of psychiatric labels and the complexities of human behavior. Their case also raised questions about the nature of identity, particularly in the context of twinship. Were June and Jennifer two separate individuals trapped in a symbiotic relationship, or were they two halves of a single entity? Their intense bond, their shared silence, and their uncanny ability to anticipate each other's thoughts and actions blurred the lines between self and other, challenging conventional notions of individuality. Their story also shone a light on the social and cultural factors that contribute to mental illness. As Black children growing up in a predominantly white community, June and Jennifer faced prejudice and discrimination from a young age. The isolation and alienation they experienced likely played a significant role in shaping their behavior and their worldview. The case of the silent twins, while unique in its specifics, speaks to universal themes of isolation, communication, and the human need for connection. Their story serves as a reminder that mental illness is often a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and social factors, and that understanding the individual within their unique context is crucial for effective treatment and care. Section 7. The Price of Freedom. After spending over a decade in Broadmoor, June and Jennifer became fixated on the idea of freedom. They recognized that their intense bond, the very thing that had brought them comfort and solace, had also become a prison, preventing them from living full and independent lives. They realized that one twin had to die for the other to be free. In a chilling pact, they agreed that one of them would sacrifice their life for the other. Jennifer, seemingly the more withdrawn and introspective of the two, volunteered to be the one to die. This decision, reached within the confines of their shared world, highlighted the depth of their bond and the lengths to which they were willing to go to break free from the cycle of isolation and confinement. In 1993, after years of institutionalization, June and Jennifer were deemed well enough to be transferred to a less secure facility in Bridgend, Wales. During the journey, Jennifer, true to their pact, fell into a coma and died shortly after arriving at the hospital. The cause of her death was determined to be acute myocarditis, a sudden and unexplained inflammation of the heart muscle. Jennifer's death, while shocking, was not entirely unexpected. In a way, it was the inevitable outcome of their pact, a testament to the strength of their bond and the tragic lengths to which they were willing to go to forge their own destinies. Their story, however, was far from over. Section 8. A Legacy of Questions. Jennifer's death marked the end of the silent twins, but their story continued to resonate, prompting reflection and debate about the nature of identity, the complexities of communication, and the limits of our understanding of the human mind. Their case challenged conventional notions of selfhood, highlighting the profound influence of early childhood experiences, social isolation, and the enduring power of human connection. Their story also raised important ethical questions about the treatment of individuals with mental illness, particularly those who fall outside the boundaries of traditional diagnoses. The twins' experience in the mental health system, while perhaps unavoidable given their circumstances, highlighted the need for greater understanding, compassion, and individualized care for those who struggled to conform to societal norms. Their legacy extends beyond the realm of psychology and psychiatry. Their story has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and even an opera, each attempting to grapple with the complexities of their lives and the enduring mystery of their bond. Their story continues to fascinate and disturb, reminding us of the vast and often uncharted territories of the human experience. The silent twins, though silenced in life, continue to speak to us through the echoes of their story. They remind us of the importance of empathy, the power of connection, and the enduring mystery of the human heart. Their story serves as a poignant reminder that even in silence there can be profound communication, and that even in death, there can be a strange and unsettling kind of freedom. Section 9. Echoes of the Silent Twins. The story of June and Jennifer Gibbons continues to resonate today, serving as a chilling reminder of the power and fragility of the human psyche. Their case has had a lasting impact on the field of psychology, prompting further research into the dynamics of twin relationships, the nature of selective mutism, and the ethical considerations surrounding the treatment of individuals with complex mental health needs. Their story also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of isolation and the importance of early intervention. The twins' social withdrawal and lack of effective communication ultimately contributed to their descent into criminal activity and their subsequent institutionalization. Their case highlights the need for greater awareness of mental health issues in children and adolescents, as well as the importance of creating supportive and inclusive environments that foster healthy social and emotional development. June Gibbons, now free from the institution and living a quiet life, has spoken out about her experiences, sharing her insights into her sister's life and death. Her voice, once silent, now offers a poignant and invaluable perspective on their shared journey, reminding us that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, hope and healing are possible. The story of the silent twins, though steeped in tragedy, ultimately offers a message of hope. It reminds us of the resilience of the human spirit, the power of love and forgiveness, and the importance of never giving up on those who are struggling to find their voice. Their silence, once a symbol of isolation and despair, now serves as a powerful reminder to listen closely to the unspoken language of the heart, for it often speaks volumes.